There's only one thing you need to understand about what you're doing to be able to completely shift your life. Jump out of this relentless cycle of working your ass off every single time by finding passion and purpose in everything that you do. And this is what I'm going to share with you today. Hello and welcome to Productively Mindful. My name is Yolanda Schultzes. I hope you enjoy your stay here. I hope you find value in this video. Today, I'm filming in the beautiful Slovenia. Hopefully I pronounced it right, but it's a country that I've driven through, but I never really experienced fully, never experienced the nature side of things. So I decided to park up in the middle of nowhere in this little foresty area with the lake and go for a little walk, go for a little exploration, and share something very profound with you guys. Something that I was thinking about recently. It's something to do with how we instinctively try to protect ourselves from what we truly know about ourselves. It is so important to understand that we're doing this, that is going to give some unbelievable, immense truth to us about ourselves and really skyrocket us to the peak of performance, to the peak of satisfaction, to becoming absolutely, truly happy and fulfilled. And that is vulnerability. And that's probably one of the most uncomfortable things you can do as a human being, especially these days, being vulnerable. There's a few reasons for that. Obviously, there are loads of personal reasons why somebody doesn't want to be vulnerable with themselves and somebody else. And the list would probably be endless if I tried to even think of many of those things. But there are also things that are very, very obvious that apply to pretty much all of us, if not definitely all of us. And the things that I'm talking about are things like looking at social media and comparing ourselves to others by looking at unrealistically perfect lives. We feel like our lives are so much worse. So comparison to those lives make us feel like we cannot really talk about our lives, about ourselves truthfully because our lives suck. That makes us feel like we're weak. That's a weakness of ours. When we know that weakness of ours, we compare our weaknesses to other people's strengths. That reinforces our weaknesses and makes them even stronger. Look at this beautiful place. And then we have a correlation between vulnerability and weakness. That correlation between vulnerability and weakness is what turns that sense of weakness into vulnerability. And vulnerability is key in terms of sorting that out. Now, there's two ways you can be vulnerable. You can be vulnerable towards yourself, but you can be vulnerable towards others as well. And usually when we talk about vulnerability, is being vulnerable towards others, right? And that is important, obviously, but it is difficult to do because firstly, you can never trust with certainty who you should be vulnerable towards or with, especially if it's somebody that you haven't met before. But it's also difficult to be truly vulnerable with somebody else if you cannot even be vulnerable with yourself, because it takes immense trust to be vulnerable with somebody else. You can never know for certain what they think, whereas with yourself, you know exactly what you think. But for some reason, we struggle to be vulnerable about what it is that we think. So what we need to do to begin with is learn to be vulnerable with ourselves. We know every single time when we say something, when we think something, when we write something down, what is truth and what isn't. And if whatever we're saying, thinking, writing makes us feel uncomfortable about ourselves, that creates a sense of vulnerability to whatever it is that we are saying, thinking, or writing down. And we instinctively try and lie to ourselves because it makes us vulnerable. But for whatever reason, we think that's going to prevent us from the sense of vulnerability and weakness. But It doesn't, because we still know that we're lying. We still know the truth. And yet we still try and fake it. We still try and lie our way through the situation. So the immense growth, the most life-changing thing that you can do is just step into that fear and be truthful. And you will see how many thousands of thoughts will disappear as a result of you being truthful and not lying to yourself. All that overthinking, all that anger and disappointment towards yourself, all that questioning as to why did I do this? Why did I write it down like that? Why did I say it like that? Why did I think like that? Thousands and thousands upon thousands of thoughts will disappear. The underlying feeling, the emotion that came with this necessity to lie will disappear. And your suffering will slowly start dissipating because of that truth, because of you feeding yourself only truth. You'll start becoming vulnerable with yourself. Vulnerability will become easy towards others because it will be a lot more difficult to shake you based on what people think about you, because you will know the truth about yourself. And the good things about you will start surfacing. You'll start noticing a purpose and a passion in life, in what you're doing, and many things will start changing. You will start realizing that there is a greater purpose in life that you're missing out on. It's something that I taught several people now through specific practices in my community. And they've created some massive changes, like strengthening their relationships, creating closure between some traumatic histories, some traumatic past, and becoming exponentially more happy, and then quitting a six-figure job that was completely ruining their life and their relationship with their other half. Some profound changes. And all it took was a little bit of guidance and becoming vulnerable with yourself and then with other people that matter. So I hope this video helps. If you want to find out more about stuff like this is exactly what I teach in my free community that I just mentioned. All those wins came from there. If you want to check it out, click on the link underneath this video. All the information is going to be there. You'll be taken to the About section of the community and you can read about it there. It's an awesome place. Throughout December, I'm going to be working with a select few people as case studies, completely for free, to trial my full offer where I will help you find passion and purpose in life, break the cycle of your suffering that you're experiencing now, and allow you to feel more fulfilled in life, more happy, find passion and joy within. If that's something that you're interested in, I only have 3 spaces left. If you want to check it out, again, join the community and you'll be able to DM me there and we can chat about it. The application process is very specific, so I will only accept certain people that I can work with. So yeah, check it out. Go to the community and give it a go. Otherwise, click. Otherwise, click like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Every little bit helps for the content to be pushed out to a wider audience, and I can help more people that way. And as always, this has been Orlando Schultz from Productively Mindful. I love you all, and I'll speak to you all very, very soon. Goodbye.